Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful. Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. This oil can also be used on weapons. A ramrod to clean a rifle. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle. Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health. I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
Search, Toby, search. It's only a garden shed. Let's go on. What's in there? Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire. Nothing that could interest me. People use this cellar for storage. Just some old things. It's not here. Old things. Ordinary storage. Just rubbish. Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside. There's no space for this... There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick. This case must have been full of cartridges. There was something on the stand. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him. News clippings on Lords in the education program. Why are they here? Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents. This man appears in both documents. All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files. A map of Epping Forest.
I hope you'll find my father soon.
Here it is.
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom. This is not the best way to sneak in. There's no space for this lockpick.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Well, since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
I have to finish my search of the office. November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today. I have to finish my search of the office. I can hide here.
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You're going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
Holmes, come here. This is serious. Holmes, come here. This is serious.
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely. Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope. I need to take a sample of it using the glass rod. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample. I need a pipette. This chemical should be applied third. Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope. A mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill. Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
This is so romantic. I can't wait to tell all my friends about this. This is so romantic.
That's not the one I need. Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map.
This is so romantic.
My analysis table. It's useful for my work. Well, well. Sweet slumber after a hard-working day. Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map. Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Oh, Kate, I know what you're like. You'll terrify him. He won't dare to come back here again.
Is that what you think? I love it.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
Let's see how long you can stay alive.
Here 珍しいゲームやってるやん。
Is he?
He was poor. He was poor.
Just ちょうどいい茂み。
入ってるね。
He was poor. This man was killed recently. The body is still warm.
Find him, boys! Find him!
だから。めっちゃ離れてんの言ってくる。
Here you are! Hungry today!
え、当たんの今。はあ。切れっぽ。使えばてか走りすぎの危ない。どっか行ってみます。あ、死んだ。ええ難しいんですね。まあ才能とは あ、えこっからもね。
I like to call this the swamp of despair!
こんだけ動き取ることが出るのもマジで。おっこれ。あ、ちょ。
I like to call this the swamp of despair!
あ、これ絶対死ねる。これは分かるね。失敗だったな、絶対。いや、隠れれてねえ。引っかかっていく。何隠れれてないんですけど。わけがわからん。ほんまれよ。え、今貫通してるんですか、それは。危ない。危ない。
Where is he?
あかんね。クソヘボスナイパーだ。
Where is he?
なんかあれやな、最近入る FMG をつけてみましょう。またこれがよ、だからもう
I'm following your tracks.
距離離れてんのに狙ってこれるのマジすると思う。ちょっと待って、また隠れって。あ、ちょまたよ。
He was killed by a shot to the forehead.
頭の
My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound.
また始まる。ご都合展開。火種があるってめっちゃ怪しいんやね。絶対使っとる証拠やな。
I can hide here.
はああ、そういうことね。
The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin. This will help to dress my wound.
血迷いすぎ。
Someone's coming. I better hide.
Breathe, Lord Marsh.
It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you. But he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging, you festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
やばい。危ない。こんなんやれって。あ、これか。違う？そこを見なあかんですね。ジョージ・ハーストに在達する氷の数種障害を持つというまあやっちゃいかんもんね。でも捨ててはねえのよな、とも捨ててわけじゃないから。何これちょっと待って。ああ、そういうこと。よかった。明らかに罰は違うんだけど、四角じゃ甘い気がするんだよな。でも罰も見てみていいんだよな。丸っていう選択肢もあるから。どうしよう。セーブしたんかな。あ、そういうこと。罰が見たい。罰にしていいかな。多分罰は間違いなんでね。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, your bloodlust ends today. You should have been apprehended weeks ago, before you killed Strobridge out of jealousy. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
めっちゃおもろいやん。ああ
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die
これ
slowly.
で結果システムってわけか。あ迷うかったからさよなら
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
はあ面白い。4パターンかどうかは分からんけど、今有罪にして2パターン出たってことはまあ最低でも3通りはあるのか。マルチエンディングとか。あ、逆に打たないっていう選択肢もあるのかな。じゃあまた罰で。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My. An almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom?
I assure you that Tom is... You should...
If I am...
ちょっとマシ。
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
まあクソもなくそ悪いけどこっちだね。でも見逃してみるか後で。
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely.
あ、やっぱあるんだ。
No loose ends.
引き金を引かない選択肢。バーイって。特別な仕事。じゃあ次は有罪にして。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
ジョージを
Detective,
ちゃうと。
take a look here.
This is... The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
まあこいつ生存ルートとか一番やるんだけど。
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
ああ、結局あれか。 どの選択肢取っても変わらんわけや。うわさあ、無罪はね。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, you have killed enough people. Your insanity ends today. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
死刑による有罪となった。ああ、ちょっと文章があったな。まあ一番いいのはあれだよな。両成敗とは言わんけど。でもな、有罪とするっていうテキスト気に食わんのよな、これ。
Detective, take a look here.
The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
結果として言えばあれやからな。誰かは死ぬわけで。ダメなんだって。有罪はダメなんだとさ。 でも普通に考えたら有罪やんな、あんな。
George, lower your...
Huh? Detective, take a look here.
The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
Iまた赤ついた。なるほどね。どういう風な判断を下す
George, lower your rifle, please.
Detective, take a look here.
どういう観点で物を見てる
The
かわからん。
beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
俺がルールブックだみたいな。これにより事件が最終的に完了します。この試験のすべての映像。はあ。なるほどね。やっぱな、トロフィーがあるんだよな、きっと俺。ちょっとトロフィーを確認したいな。これ多分あれなんだよな、きっと。次の試験が決まってくるわけだ。 しみですね。
Yes! Well done, Watson!
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.
なるほどね。いい年こいた大人が揃いも揃って球を転がし遊ぶんかよ。
This suit isn't appropriate for where we're going.
あ、そうや。着替えろ言われたのに着替えるの忘れとったわ。髪型と帽子。キャラクリまさかの。キャラクリも楽しめるこのゲーム。マジ面白くないもんね。おう。ええんじゃない？さっきの服やね。きっちり着んのも面白いねこんな。まあいいやこれで。真の有力者は学校なんて気にしないってやつだね。
Shouldn't you dress for the game?
勝負服よ。何を今更。
This suit isn't appropriate for where
ダ
we're
メ。
going.
そりゃねえべ。スポーツって言ってるからスポーツにしてやるかな。最初から答えが出るのが一番面白くないですね。どうでもよかったな。
Mr. Holmes, you played very well yesterday. I'm obliged to you, Sir Charles. I play many outdoor sports. That's the key to my success. My friend Dr. Watson has decided to join me.
Really? Mr. Holmes, would you like to see the first prize? A rare stone Mayan Quiche calendar. Mayan Quiche? Indeed. Their legendary king, Tekun Uman, has his statue just behind you. Although this one is a cast metal copy. That? Oh. Well, since only members may enter the clubhouse, we have exhibited the calendar outside. Please, explore.
I'd like to win the Mayan calendar. It's a beautiful work of art.
Good luck, Holmes.
なんでわかるのみんな。演奏完璧とか言ってたよお前。ふざけんなよ。何あれ、超面白そうや。何してんのこいつらマジ。
This statue is made of metal.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad you are my opponent for the final. People call me Arthur the Invincible. So I wish you good luck.
I lost to the quarterfinals.
勇者されてるだけだ。あ、なんか光るね。出ないな。
Ah, Mr. Holmes, are you ready to begin the final game?
I still need some.
ちょっとね、トイレ行きたいしね。待っとって、トイレ済ましてくるわ。
Only club members have access.
Oh my god. 会員じゃないとトイレもできんのかこの店は。絶対ないんだよ。
So, yes, let's start the final.
手持ちのボール。これか。知ってるニュースで見たやつや。狙いをさねこの尻をフリフリするのああ、そういうこと。これね、弾に向かってやるやつやんな。で、一番距離が短いやつを競争するって。何これがこう。ああ、ちょっと近づいてきた。やばい。すやん。お手並み拝見。どこ掘ってんだよお前。あ、ちょっと待って。なんであいつの球あんなにまっすぐ飛ぶん。ずっこ。ブーだ、もうブーや。 あ、でも分かった分かった分かった。いや、あいつうまっ。無敵のアーサーかっこ笑みたいな。あ、下手か。勝ったわね。あれちょっと待って、うまいかよ。めっちゃ刻んでくれよね。12名ぐらいで緑の芸者いっぱいぐらいかな。こんなもんか。うん、いけ。あ、ちょっと待って、マジかようぜやん。やばいやばいやばいやばい、負ける負ける負ける。いやいやうぜや、できれっちゃうもんな陰謀だろ俺もう。あ、ついかなこれ。あ、いけちゃいけちゃいけちゃ。おらおらおらおら、勝った。あ、ちょっと待って待って待って待って待ってよあいつうますぎんねんけど。はあ、ラウンド1とかでや。4ポイント入んだよこれ。絶対負けねえからなお前。できるやつやろう。失敗した失敗した。あれなんでそんな距離刻めるのあいつ。バカかよ。さっき打て勝て前やからな。あ、待って、ミスったやめて、恥ずかしい、見ないで。うまいかよあいつ。あいつほんま。はあ、ないわな。こや。こや。いけや。俺のゴールデンボール。あ、ちょ待って。マジマジ。微妙うまいなあいつ。やらあいつ俺の球使いあった。ユースマジやな。これ強い。ダメだ。おでもいけるいける。あ、誰だいって言ったやつめっちゃブーブー言われ。はい、下手くさ。最後にやって日和寄ってあいつワンチャンあるね俺。 いけるよ。あー弱いかな。あーダメだ。待って待って、もうちょいもうちょい。あーちょっと待って。あーでも勝てよ。はい。優しくしてね。いやーちょっと待って、さっきよか近いやん。あ、でも得得やん。あいつの方がやね。勝ったわな。え、なにこれ。え、カーブの方向とか決めれたの。うわー、マジかよ。そうして。そんなもんか。いけ。あー、ちょい失敗した。結構曲がるねんな。あ、定食。ルールに定食いたしますんだ。はあ。何がパチパチなんだよ。出来レスしやがって。そうかな。おあ、ちょっはあ、うまいかよ。綺麗そうだわね。マジこれでもうちょい距離。あーちょっと強かった。やばい、やらかした。あ、よし。待って。よし。ほら見たことか。全然ですね。あいつ。あ、待って。はほらこれ。やば。出来ですよ。いい球投げたから CP がいい球投げ返しが絶対勝てんシステムになってるよね。許せんわお前ら。あ、失敗した。はあ、もう許せんなこれ。
It was an excellent game, Mr. Holmes, but Arthur always wins. The award ceremony for the first 3 places will be tomorrow morning. I hope to see you both then.
Unfortunately, I'll be unable to attend tomorrow. Duty calls.
Ah, but at least you know the club now.
Let's go home.
See you tomorrow, Mr. Holmes.
おめえか。認めろ、生えちまえよ。ボール調べてんだけど絶対なんかあるやろね。もう一回茶色の球やしくん。 で頭まで丸めていったのに。ホムワトみたい
な。Oh, Daddy!
Hello, Mr. Bouvier.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Well, Caitlin?
Your costume!
Oh, don't you like it?
Oh, I do!
Caitlin, come on. Show some respect for your father.
違えた。あれ違った。主人を訪ねた。はあ、変わってんな。一貫ワンチャンありますね。こっちってこと違う。あ、違うわ。これだ。うわー、嫌なもん見ちゃった。こんなこれに決まってんだろう。じゃあ風変わりじゃないな、これも。魔術的な品だろ。知ってるんだからな、そういうやつは。
You know, Father, Miss Alice was telling me all about her travels. She has already toured the world with her own father.
Your daughter is exquisite.
And just to think that she was aboard the Orient Express when it was attacked. What a dream.
Indeed.
She's so creative and imaginative. And that reminds me, would you allow Caitlin to visit me so that she can practice playing the piano?
断れるしかないのね、これ。はあ。まあ、メンヘラに任せとったらな、何が起こるかわからんからな。
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible, miss.
Oh, Father, why did you say that?
Caitlin, we are neighbours. We'll meet again. Until then, I shall leave you with this book.
Thank you, Miss Alice.
バカ。俺、決勝、表彰式で忙しいんでボケって。あー、くそ。これいじれんのちゃう？あ、マジ？あ、いじれるじゃん。悪党の格好。まあね。多分出来レースが発覚してるだろうから、もう一戦すると考えてスポーツ部屋で行くことは確定やろ。ってことはだよ。多分ね、ヒゲがいかんかったんや。やっぱな、ちゃんと清潔感を保っていかんとね。これで勝ったわ。これで勝つる。
Watch who did it. It killed Zacharias.
Calm yourself now, Sir Charles. You've had a shock. Let the police do their duty.
What can a mere inspector like you do about it? You don't know anything.
A mere inspector? Phew. And now here comes Mr. Holmes.
Lestrade, are you here to receive a prize as well?
Very amusing, Holmes. You can go home. The ceremony's been cancelled. We've got a murder scene here.
Really? And to think I only came here for my prize.
I know, Holmes. I saw your name on the list of finalists. So go away.
You're not going to congratulate me?
What? Do you really think I'm that naive? You turning up out of the blue and then bam, a murder? There's a surprise.
Oh, you're making a spectacle of yourself, Lestrade. Let's just pretend that I am a simple consultant, your humble assistant.
Oh, all right then. A club member, Mr. Zacharias Greystoke, was killed at around 4 in the morning. There. Now don't mess around.
I promise that I won't, Inspector. Did you search the clubhouse?
What for? The murder took place outside.
現場で起きてるんだよってかやめてくださいよガチやんうわ顔がこうな
What do you make of the facts?
It's quite clear. The murderer intended to steal the Mayan calendar. He was caught by Zacharias Greystoke. He then took up the first weapon that came to hand, the statue's spear, and killed Greystoke. Then he fled, just as Sir Charles was coming out of the club. Unfortunately, we've been unable to find any trail beyond the club's wall. It's as if the murderer vanished into thin air. Well, take a look for yourself.
てかまだ犯人も見つかってないのによくそんな簡単に憶測を立てられるような本当に天才かこいつ
The surface is damaged. The iron mounting rod is broken. Traces of metal on stone. Zacharias' folder with some documents. These drawings represent the Mayan symbols. The case is scratched and dented. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. This watch is valuable and old. It's been through a great deal. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. Dry leaves. They make a noise. Zacharias probably walked across them.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
If I believe Lestrade, this Mayan calendar was the reason behind the murder. If I believe Lestrade, this Mayan calendar was the reason behind the murder. Sir Charles, are you able to tell me in detail what happened?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Well, to prepare for the awards ceremony, I decided to spend the night here at the club. I was sitting alone at my desk when I suddenly heard a loud, metallic sound and a terrible shout. I hurried outside and well, I found the body of Zacharias. And I swear it, I saw the statue of Tekun Uman running away.
銅像が逃げる。病気だな、この人。粗悪品。招待所シャコただのチラシ。シャコな生徒新聞政治活動装飾。まあね、こういうやつはね、大体ね。退役軍人なんだ。B は既婚者。どないなとこ見とんねん、お前は。お前、男でも容赦しんのかな、お前。人気でも構わずこっち回ってからね。
You saw the statue running?
It was dark, but yes, I'm sure of it. It was running, and it was making the most horrible metal sound as it did so. And can't you see, the pedestal is now empty.
確かに。
Did you know the victim?
Yes, of course. It was Zacharias Greystoke. He was a club member, and an excellent bowler.
But why was he here so early in the morning?
Oh, I don't know.
Sir Charles, where did the Mayan calendar come from?
It was donated anonymously. We received it shortly before the tournament, with a letter asking that it be awarded to the winner.
Is the calendar valuable?
Not really. It has historical value, of course. But to be truthful with you, Mr. Holmes, it isn't worth very much.
May I go in the clubhouse?
It's members only. I cannot authorize anyone unless that person has a written warrant from the police.
Only club members have access.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
A broken branch. Somebody jumped into the tree and then over the wall. Scratches on the stone. The iron mounting rod is broken. The statue of Tekun Uman. A piece of the statue's mounting rod. Traces of metal on stone.
What did the police say? Do you know anything?
And what about the...
No idea yet. I imagine the thief must have taken it somehow.
Right, so they were thieves, and they were very well equipped?
Yes, must have been. Then there's also Sir Charles's version, but...
Please, go on.
He said this morning that he was alone at his desk when he heard a shout. He went outside and saw Greystoke lying on the ground, and... Believe it or not, he said that there was no one else on the green that night but the statue itself running away.
You mean that the statue might have killed the victim? Interesting.
Absurd, more like. Besides, it was dark and foggy.
So, somewhat like your version, then.
You're still here?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
目撃者ね。なんかあるやん。
The great tournament of the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club. What a spectacle.
A murder at my club. A murder at my club. What a disaster for our reputation.
この人自己検証がひどいからね。でっていう。
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
目撃者もないもん。もう人がおらんのやけど。どこを与えるんですかね。
This... The iron mounting... Traces of... It looks like the statue broke away from its pedestal.
さっき見たやんな俺。まだ不十分じゃないと。不十分じゃないって意味はね。不十分ですか。
You're still here?
何すりゃいいんですかね。なるほど。わからん。ってことで今日はおしまい。また来週。